morning, everyone. My name's Margot, and for today's video, I brushed my teeth and washed my face. I have here all my Paulo Coelho books. In total, I have 5. I don't know how many books he has out, but I have decided a pretty while back that I won't be reading any of his books anymore. And today, I want to share with you why I won't be reading all of his works. I know most people like his works, love reading his books, but personally, I think he is overrated. That's just my opinion. Saying it aloud, I felt scared. From my experience, I noticed every time I say it to my friends, my guy friends agree with how I feel, and my girlfriends do not. It's the girls who like reading his works, and it's the boys who agreed when I said I don't like reading Paulo Coelho books. I tried reading some of his books, and I think he's overrated. So let's move forward and talk about the books I read by him. Book number 1 is The Valkyries. So this is an account of Paulo himself with his wife Christina when they went to the Mojave Desert looking for the Valkyries. So he went out looking for these ladies because his Master J, as he calls him in the book, suggested that he should go talk with them for his book. The book he's writing in this book is The Alchemist. I hated it because it sounded to me like the book is trying to sound spiritual. And trying to sound spiritual to me came across as it is a pretentious book. The writing is pretending to be inspirational, and I didn't like how I felt, and I didn't like that aspect of writing. So this one is a no. Next, The Alchemist. So this is the first book by Paulo that I have read. I have read this many times, but it was almost a decade ago since I read this. It's about a guy who is also in a desert. I think he was in Egypt, not sure. But he's looking for a treasure of some kind that would turn, I don't know, stuff into gold. And then he met this, he met an alchemist, and this alchemist was teaching him how to do it. I can't remember why I like this, but I know that I like this. The Devil and Miss Prim. So there's a small town where a new guy comes in. He has with him a few bars of gold, and he wants to prove why human in general, is evil. That man is bad. I have 6 dogs, and someone's here. Let's wait. Still not done. We have a long driveway, and she's scared of the dogs. She should be. I have 6 of them. Okay, I think they're in. Let's wait for the dogs to come down. This book is trying to prove something, and average. Next, 11 minutes. So let's talk about why is this called 11 minutes. Somewhere in this book, someone said that the actual sex part of a sex only takes for about 11 minutes. And the rest of it is okay, so this is about Maria, who I think is a Brazilian, if I remember it correctly. And it is a story about all the decisions she made and what happened after her decisions were made. She has a sad life, actually, but she doesn't blame anyone for it, and she owns it. She knows that she got herself in that position because of her own doing. She is actually a strong character and I liked her. But again, it was dragging, it was slow, the pacing was not for me. Everything about his books, I think, is not for me. There are good parts, okay, but it's not enough for me to like him. Last book I read by him is Adultery. And this is by far, I'm not sure if he has written contemporary books, but this one is set in the present time and the characters are actually relatable. It talks about mental illness and the characters, I think one of them has clinical depression. It shows how someone with mental illness affects the lives of the people around him or her. And it also shows the line of thought how people with mental illness thinks, how their brain works, and what happens when they make or decide such things. So that's it. These are all the books I have read by Paulo Coelho, and I think we all have that. We have this author, a popular author that we really can't relate with. It's just his works or her works are not for us. And for me, it's Paulo Coelho. How about you? Who's the author you're trying to read and just decide that no, I can't read it. I can't read his writing. It's just, we're not on the same wavelength. I know I did not explain this well, but yeah. So, do you like him? Do you not like him? Are you a fan of his books? Are you not a fan of his books? Tell me. And please don't be mad if I don't like him. It's just, that's how I feel. We have different feelings. I'll see you next week. Bye!